Here with UFC President Dana White. Obviously, you're finally back to Vancouver after 3 long years with that whole MMA moratorium. There's a provincial commission here. You excited to be back on Canada's West Coast?
Yeah, I love this town. You know, I love Canada, period. I tell you that every interview we do. But it's nice over here. Very cool city, like every other city in Canada. And people are nice here. Fans are great up here, so it never sucks coming back to Canada.
The only difficult part is what I deal with when they're saying that this, you know, the Vancouver pay-per-view is always caught between the May pay-per-view and the July pay-per-view, and that Vancouver fans and Canadian fans get stiffed. And my response is, you have Demetrius Johnson, the fastest mixed martial artist on the planet. You got Rory McDonald. What do you say to them?
They're not. You're out of your mind if that's what you really think. I mean, great main event with a great champion who looks better every time he fights. And obviously, I mean, I don't know how people could be bummed out about their boy Rory McDonald taking on Tyron Woodley. I mean, it's an awesome fight, a fight that many people, including Rory and Tyron, think that should determine who gets the next title shot.
You're adamant that it's going to be Matt Brown or Robbie Lawler, unless something absolutely almost Shogun Hendo-esque or Matt Brown, Eric Silva-esque happens in this fight between Tyron Woodley and Rory McDonald. Is that correct?
No, I mean, I expect these two are fighting to see who's next in line for the title. You know what I mean? I expect these two to come out and perform on Saturday night. If you want a shot at that title so bad, come out and make people scream for it.
Chael Sonnen, obviously, in the headlines this whole week leading up to UFC 174, unfortunately. Obviously, the whole banned substances, failing a pre-fight drug test, unannounced pre-fight drug test. He's now retired. In your estimation, if everything can get sorted out, do you think Chael Sonnen will come back one day?
No, I think that, you know, I always believe that if you had to take the TRT, you're probably too old to be fighting anyway. And this is a young man's game. So, you know, the guy has had a great career. He's been fun. He's made a lot of money. He's become very famous. And in the way that he has performed in the UFC, he has created a life for himself outside of fighting. You know, Fox loves this guy. Every day we get pitched TV show ideas, and everybody wants Chael Sonnen involved in their TV show. Whenever people call us, you know, looking for a fighter to do a movie, Chael Sonnen is the first guy that pops into everybody's head. So he's going to do, he just got married. He's got his girl pregnant now. He's going to have a baby. Life is looking very good for Chael Sonnen outside of the octagon.
I was going to send him a message. I'm going to wait till this week is over because I'm focused here, but I'll send him a message. Being a dad, can you imagine Chael Sonnen as a dad, how incredible that could be? Yeah,
I think that, you know, anybody who is a dad knows how awesome it is to be a dad, and I think he's going to be a great one.
What do you think the first thing, if he has a son, you think he'll follow in Chael's footsteps? Because he's a master talker, master promoter. The guy's an absolute verbal genius.
You never know. I mean, you can take you can have a father who has a certain personality and the kids can be the exact opposite. You can have two different kids who have opposite personalities. You never know.
Toronto, there was talk that Alexander Gustafsson and John Jones, potentially that rematch was going to happen in Toronto. You mentioned today that it's not confirmed, actually. You're still thinking of Sweden. You're still thinking of Las Vegas. Toronto's still in the mix. What's the latest on that?
That's the latest. The latest is that there is no answer yet. Toronto is absolutely, positively in the running, and you know, could most likely be the place where we do it, or it could be Vegas or Sweden.
Halifax is TJ Grant's home area, Nova Scotia. He's from Cole Harbour, which is just down the road from Halifax. Have you had any conversations with, you know, who was the #1 lightweight contender at one time?
No, I haven't talked to him, but you know, he's still, you know, he's not in the rankings because he's inactive, but you know, the minute he comes back, he's one of the guys in line for a title shot, and you know, what he accomplished is awesome, and I have a ton of respect for him, and I hope he gets well soon.
We spoke with Sarah Kaufman earlier today, and there was some interest now from Misha's side that she would like to fight Sarah Kaufman. Sarah says, I'll take her on. If Kat Zingano considers me a warm-up fight, I'll be a warm-up fight for Kat Zingano. What is your take on Sarah Kaufman? Obviously, she's from this area here. She's dying to be on this card. It didn't work out. She had a car accident 5 weeks ago. What's your thoughts on Sarah?
I don't care if you're a man or a woman, but if that's your attitude about fighting, I like you.
My favorite quote today during the Dana Scrum, the infamous Dana Scrum that we do twice a week, was Calgary, Calgary, Calgary. You have no idea what that does for me, the weight off my shoulder with the fans that keep asking me. You're speaking to Tom Wright? You're trying to convince him to go back to Calgary?
As we keep, you know, we'll be in the office in these meetings and these destinations for fights are being thrown around. I keep going, Calgary, Calgary, Calgary. I am very devoted to bringing an event back to Calgary and bringing the event that we should have had the first time. Like I said, very unusual circumstances our first time in Calgary. Like, everybody on the card fell off the card more than once. And then I was like, listen, Calgary, I know it's been a weird, case of events, but one thing that always happens is we come in and we deliver good, and we did not deliver that night. And I'm telling you, I haven't forgot. It is on top of my mind all the time. Anytime we talk about anywhere in Canada, the only thing I talk about is Calgary.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.